Where are you now?
North Carolina.
Made it back. How many days now?
I did make it back. Oh, I haven't been counting, at least 4, I think.
Cool. Nice. Okay, well, happy you're safe and sound.
Thank you.
I never had any doubt regardless, but all right.
It was a long road to get back.
Yeah, I imagine. Was there a lot that you had to do to, or was it pretty like straight when it comes to the road itself?
There were a few challenges.
Yeah.
Sometimes I call it God's work. Like, so I'm always presented with something bizarre to happen. Like, there was a dog on the freeway and I stopped so I can get the dog off the freeway.
Oh,
it was a big ordeal.
Yeah, that would have been busy. Was it during the day or at night?
It was during the day. Some man had lost his dog and the dog was running away from him because he had just beat the dog. So the dog was running away. But I didn't know any of that until I stopped and caught the dog because the dog came right over to me.
Yeah, you got that animal soul. I love it. And that's what you do for a living too. I'm really excited to see how all that really blows up for you too. It's like, yeah, you're supernova, a star just waiting to be born in this space. You're gonna help a lot of people in creating a unique offer. Amazing. I know our topic today isn't around spiritual business, but I hope to see you back here for Wednesday. On Wednesdays at this time, we'll be diving into more business topics, and that'll help you out with that program that you're doing there now too.
Great. I look forward to it.
Yeah, for this one on Sundays, I'm going to stick to integration stuff. So today was fasting. The article is already up on the website, which I just revamped a little bit over the last couple days. And there's a complimentary PDF on it and a cute little video slide to just make it easy to see what the benefits are and the different kinds of fasts you can do too. With Ramadan here, with Lent coming up, it's, I think, really important to start asking ourselves these kinds of questions around what a fast is to us, how we can tap into this collective and ancient tradition of a fast that's been around for forever. And there's so many different ways. The main ones I like to think of is like a traditional fast, where it would just be water for a period of time. Intermittent fasting is becoming quite a fad, and this is an old school way of eating too, and that's by eating in a blocks of, let's say, 8 hours in a day, and then shortening that up over time. So maybe skipping that breakfast that was told to us as children, the most important meal of the day. Very important. Get your sugar in so you're craving it all day, right? But I think it's really important here to start questioning what is it that we need to release in our life in order to have this rebirth, in order to tap into this spring energy that's here, so that we can really own this life, own this time, be aligned with Mama Nature. And that does mean making some sacrifices. So this could mean so many different things to different people. Lent per se is that's 40 days and 40 nights of being absent of something. Maybe it's food, maybe it's meat, like a type of food, so meat for a lot of Catholics, but for others, if you remember that Hollywood movie 40 Days and 40 Nights, that was giving up sex for that amount of time. And there are these different ways that we can tap into this energy and make it unique for us, that we as individuals get the most out of it. So I also broke down into sections of inner world fast and outer world fast, because an inner world fast may be these things of, do detoxing out some emotional traumas that are just locked in the body. Maybe it's automatic negative thoughts, or these ants that create homes in our brains and just spread into all these other areas of our life. It's good to get those kinds of things out, and this is how the body will learn how to reset, is if we can be conscious and say, no, I'm not doing that today, just for today, like tapping into that old school mentality from Reiki of just for today. It's also in AA too. It's this mantra, and they use it. And when you see something repeat over and over for yourself, it's for a reason. It's not because just for today is tied to Reiki, or just for today is tied to AA. Just for today is a great affirmation because it helps you be present in the moment and just say, like, relax. It's just for today. Just for today, I'm not going to feel any shame or guilt. That's cool. I'm just going to see what my life is like without it. Or just for today, I'm not going to eat any meat. Or just for today, I'm not going to go like hit on that girl that, doesn't want me near her. I'm going to learn how to like, attract women through my manliness, and like abstain from and do the nofap journey for 40 days and 40 nights, whatever this journey may end up being for you. And so I did break it all down. I'd love for you guys to go check it out, elementalgrowth.org. Give me your feedback on the website too, because I did just revamp it a little bit. And do you guys have any questions around fasting or any of the benefits, why this may be useful to you? Have you ever fasted before? What do you think? I think it's just us, Juliana. I don't know if you want to talk. Maybe Tristan's
Okay.
there. Yeah.
I have fasted before, many times.
Yeah?
Yeah.
And what was your greatest inspiration for it?
Because I was noticing, why I was fasting was I was trying to heal my digestive tract and understand more about my body and what foods agreed better with me and I could digest better. So my very first fast was probably, at least 15 years ago, maybe longer. And I went all the way in. I was like not eating, not drinking. And so it was pretty intense. And then I had other people who knew a lot more about fasting, and they're like, this is your first fast. You're already 3 days in of not eating or drinking. You should probably have green juice or drink water, like something to help flush your body a little bit more, since it is the first fast. And then I started incorporating other things, like juice and water. And so I've noticed over the years, I fast periodically. Usually at least once a week, I will have less food or no food or just liquids. So I fast all the time.
Yeah. Yeah, we do that too. Me specifically, the intermittent fasting, that's kind of how I live. I'll get in most of my food within a 6 to 8 hour period. I know, the breakfast thing is like a controversial subject. In hormone health, we're taught, do eat breakfast. On the TV commercials growing up, taught to eat breakfast. But for me, I feel more balanced when I don't eat until later on in the day, until after I've actually like exerted myself physically. Otherwise, it's just too much energy, and I have to really get the cortisol out before I can bring anything else in and feel it in balance. So the intermittent fasting works for me most of the time. I also like to take a full 24-hour or longer fast. I like to be up to the 72-hour to the 3-day mark, like you're talking, around the full moon. And much like Ramadan, it's another type of fasting used in the Indian culture. And I think because a lot of that aligns with the moon cycles, I just like really dove in. And I like the Ayurveda fast, but also the way that I do it normally would be just on, herbal teas or just water. So I can get some nutrition, if it's a nettle leaf water or something. the juices, there's no fiber in it, so I couldn't justify it for myself, though I understand Joe Cross has like given huge turnarounds for people when it comes to weight loss and overall health, because the body really doesn't start resetting itself until it's abstained from the food digestion process. And this is why it helps with things like the gut, right? Because it gives that energy that would normally go into digestion into healing. And most of us, because of the types of food that we're eating, we're getting damaged guts or dysbiosis, or even like tears in the lining, because it's so thin, especially in the colon areas, and then toxins get into our bloodstream, and it can cause a lot of issues in this way. And especially as women here, we're thinking about things like our skin and our beauty and how well we're going to age and things. And it's so easy to get stuck in the putting on makeup and stuff in your younger years. I haven't done that in a very long time. I fasted that long time ago and I never went back. I know you too, Juliana, I'm sure. But it's a good one to start doing, because the skin and the gut, they go hand in hand. The skin microbiome affects the gut microbiome, and vice versa. So the gut will also be represented into our skin. And to heal one, you do have to heal both. You have to make sure that they're working symbiotically, as well with any other biome in our body, because our mouth has its own as well. It's a great step to that digestion too. I'm curious, when you do break fast, how do you introduce food back in? What's been your favorite way of doing that?
Well, it all depends, really. Sometimes I just jump right back in. I'll have fasted for a while and I'll just dive right back in. But otherwise, I do like to come off slowly. So usually fruit, something like an apple, something with fiber that's going to be easier to digest. Yeah.
Yeah, fiber, I think is
even like a soup or something like that helps too.
Yeah, soup's great. Stews, oh, Finn's coming to say hi. Yeah.
I'm definitely a fan of soup. Mine was popcorn when I first came off I did a 3-day fast, a thorough one, water, and then just a little bit of black coffee. And come that 3rd day, yeah, my body didn't want to eat. So what was quick and easy, and my energy levels at this point wasn't 100%, because it was the first time I ever went that long with just water. Doing it with juice in the past was easy, but it had a lot of sugars. And yeah, it was a slow integration process back into eating afterwards. But then later that evening, I had my first actual psychedelic experience, just naturally through my own body's chemistry based off the fast. Soup is good too. Nice, easy way to ease your way back in.
Yeah, I think what's in common with both is having that fiber too. Getting that in your body will really help you get the most amount of nutrients out. It helps you regulate, so you can start releasing all that work that now the body's done to release toxins from all these other cells. Now's your opportunity to filter that all out, and you need fiber in order to do that successfully in your body. It's just another way of helping it out. I know, especially if I'm fasting for the full moon or for a psychedelic ceremony, anything like that, I really like to break fast with a piece of fruit. Like Juliana mentioned, a lot of the time I'll go for something exotic, something I wouldn't normally spend. I think about it as like treating myself. I know that there's been fitness coaches that I've worked with where they will like they were in places, not anymore, now they're in the coaching space and helping other people, but they were in spaces where they would like literally starve themselves so that they could do the pictures the proper way. They would work themselves out crazy, and then they wouldn't reward themselves afterwards with the proper type of food. So I like to reverse that in the way that I break fast, in that, okay, now I haven't eaten in, let's say, 24 hours or so. How much money did I just save on food? And how is it that I'm going to reward myself now? What's the first thing that I'm going to introduce in that's going to be, first of all, full of nutrition, and second of all, taste so amazing? So I'd go for like something like a dragon fruit or persimmons, or, you know, something that we don't normally get around here that would be a nice little treat. Sometimes I'll do it with localized food in general so that I can maintain that kind of resilience. It depends on the season, I think, too, with that, because it's something to consider as well, is what do you want in your body there. Like if you're having an allergy issue or something like that, maybe one of the first things you add back into your body is a local honey, and then next thing you do, you're eating local herbs and local vegetables from the farmers. This could be something to consider too. Is there anything else that you guys wanted to talk about when it comes to this specific topic?
I've noticed when I've fasted before, I have to go through this like a hunger phase, and then then I'm not hungry at all. But then when I'm out in nature, sometimes I find more foods that I know are edible, where if I was full, I wouldn't know that those foods were edible. So I find that fasting also helps find edible foods within nature.
Yeah, I absolutely love that. It helps you tap into those like primordial instincts. I've done that, climbing mountains and things like that, and then find some berries. I'm thinking in Colombia right now, it's like the most amazing thing. And then even if there's other people with you, it's like you want to share that, and it goes so much further. And it's like, and every bite is just amazing. It brings in this whole other level of gratitude. And I think that this is one of the reasons why it's used in so many spiritual practices. You know, a lot of the time people are coming into fasting because of a grievance, or because of a renewal in faith, or because of other religious purposes. You know, and I think we really do tap into that. A lot of the time I'll meditate or tap into like who else is fasting in this time, and then I'll go beyond that, and it's like who's actually starving in this time, and it gives you a new appreciation, a new connection to people in other areas of the world that may be living life a lot different than us, and then you end up with this whole new appreciation and gratitude. And yeah, you also start taking in this ancient information from these local plants and medicine telling us like, look, it's okay to eat us. You start listening to those messages. There's the Doctrine of Signatures, another article I'll be putting back out soon on this new site, and there's this one about there being the star shape in food. That's when you guys can start looking for, you know, little flowers on the trails. It's springtime. It's a beautiful time. And if you see things in like, and there's 5 points, it's usually a good sign that you can eat it. Definitely look it up. Make sure you got a forager's guide anyway. I will not be held responsible, but yeah, that is one of the most beautiful doctrines of signatures, because it's a representation of us and a sign from the plants that it's good for us to eat, and it can be a great way to forage as well. All right, so Tristan just let us know we are at time here. What I'm going to do is just let you know that we'll be back on Wednesday. It'll different links. It's all in the Signal group. So as long as you're in there, you'll have access to everything. Wednesday is going to be more about how to sustain yourself when it comes to money, when it comes to assets and things like that in this ever-changing world. Apparently how to like survive in 2022. also, live a more free lifestyle outside of the matrix, or, dedicated to a job that really doesn't align with where it is that you want to be in life, or what you believe that purpose and your passions are. And then Friday, I am here talking about psychedelics and other medicines. Sunday is going to be mainly integration space, and I'm doing my best to get out all the articles I've written over the years onto this new website. It takes a while to roll it out because I'm doing some editing along the way, and making it more presentable and digestible and fun too for you guys. So yeah, let's just see how it all goes. We'll do this for the spring, and then we'll check something else out. If you guys have feedback along the way, I really appreciate that. And if there's topics that you want to, even if I haven't written about it yet, even if it's not on the list, I'm open there to create, or at least put together a list of resources for you guys. I love you all so much. Bye. Thank you, Juliana. Thank you, Tristan.
Okay, bye everyone.
Bye.